everyone. I'm Julie.
And I'm Genny with a G. We're cousins and best friends
who live on opposite ends of the country. So we decided to start a podcast. Welcome to Get Funny. Happy after your birthday week.
Thank you. It's been fun.
How do you feel?
I don't know. I'm going through all the emotions. Typically, I'm just like, oh, I love celebrating a new year. It's always great. But then, like, the aches and pains, I'm like, this is real. And then a lot of mortality. I've just seen a lot of.
Oh, okay.
I know. I've seen a lot of things recently. And I'm like, what? So, I don't know. I'm fine. It's great. But I'm also like, ugh. I really want I want to reclaim my 2 to 3 years I lost with COVID. Like, I feel like.
I mean, you can.
Remember when we recorded a couple of years ago and I was just like, oh my God, I'm trying to do like a party. And it was just like COVID. So we had to do like virtual stuff and drive-bys and
yeah.
Weird time. But I gotten some great gifts, including one that arrived from you today. Okay, y'all, this is not an advertisement because I haven't even used it yet. But it is a portable printer for our folks who see us in video. It is super tiny and I can just print anything. All my arts and crafts. It's called the Print Maker. And it is adorable. It prints on fabric, y'all. I'm going to have t-shirts made with anything.
You? With that little tiny thing? I saw it on your wish list and I was like, this looks so interesting. I want to get it because I want to know how it works. So I'm curious about it.
It can print on fabric. It can print on paper. It can print on anything. Whatever your heart's desire in a straight line.
So that's what my heart desires. So what you're saying is we should make t-shirts.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I'm down.
Like a little sticker, like a little polo sticker. But yeah, it's been a good week. And just, doing stuff. Mother's Day was yesterday. Made us know. I always give it away.
It's okay. You can we celebrated Mother's Day.
We've also celebrated Mother's Day. But I actually did not give my mom an actual gift for Mother's Day because I'm taking her to DC. And she is going to attend a actual reception at the vice president's home. So she'll be okay.
I mean, that's a pretty big deal. Don't tell my mom because she'll be like, why aren't you getting invited to the vice president's home? So
I won't tell her, but I think my mom may have already told her.
I'm sure. Yeah, whatever. I'll be like, Mom, we're on strike, okay? We're trying to do a labor movement over here.
How's the strike going?
It's fine. What I'm finding is not only can it be physically tiring to be outside walking for 4 hours, but sometimes for me, it's honestly more mentally tiring. Because if I go with a friend, like someone I know really well, it's fine. It's just like, just like if me and you were out just chatting about whatever. But if I go with like either people I don't know well or by myself and I'm like socializing with new people, it's a lot of like small talk, which I hate. And then I'm just like beat. It's, a lot of us on the picket lines are introverts. And so
it's a hard one out there for y'all.
The draining of our social battery is quite serious. So that's been something. But I'm gonna
keep y'all on my prayer list because y'all need stamina to last. Okay, we can't have you all drained week 5. We need y'all going strong.
It's only week 3. I mean, just kidding. What if the strike is over by the time we release this episode? That would be amazing, actually. Listener, let's let you in on a little secret here. We have to record early. Yes, we're breaking the fourth wall. We have to record early because I'm going out of town. So this just made the most sense. So
yes.
Oh yeah, I did get some new shoes for walking.
Oh yeah, how are they working out?
They're good. Apparently, when you
Question.
get
When you do get new shoes,
mhm.
do you immediately start saying, these boots are made for walking?
I
And that's
don't
just like,
know.
oh, okay, that's a
But
singular experience. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, do
Tell us
you do
about your
that
shoe.
even if the shoes are not boots?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I
If
like
it's
that for you.
if it's a new shoe wear,
That's
these
great.
boots are made for walking. But that's cool. But I
I
just
didn't
wanted to
know. Yeah,
ask. No, I
yeah.
did.
Sometimes we gotta ask. Um, no, I don't do that, but I did learn, and I always make this mistake because I've known it for a while. But whenever you get like a new shoe, like a supportive shoe, or like a new insert or insole or whatever, you're not supposed to jump into wearing them all day. Uh, you're
Well,
supposed you're
sure,
supposed to
but
ease into it. Like they say, okay, the first day wear these shoes for an hour, then the next day 2 hours, whatever. Like to make sure that the shape of the new shoe is not going to cause you a bunch of pain.
hmm.
I didn't do that. I just jumped right in to wearing them for a few hours, and I will say I was already having some foot pain when I started wearing them. And
Oh, that's
so
the
I wasn't able to
worst.
tell. I was like, I guess these are comfortable, but I don't know because my foot's already hurting. But I was able to take this weekend to rest my feet a little bit. Have been doing these little specific stretches before I get out of bed in the morning for my feet. And so they feel pretty good. I haven't been out to pick it yet today, but I will probably after we finish recording. And so, yeah. And the other thing that I've learned, and this is just honestly a scam, is you really shouldn't, like if you're going to be walking a lot, like if you're going on vacation or something, you actually shouldn't wear the same pair of shoes every day.
Yes, I've heard
um,
of
and
this.
it's not just because, you extend the life of your shoe by not wearing it so much. It's literally like a comfort reason. Like any shoe, no
Hmm.
matter how comfortable it is, will become uncomfortable if you wear it 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, or whatever.
Yes.
So I've been
As a
looking into
dancer,
getting. Okay, sure.
as you know, I am.
Mm-hmm.
That is also the advice we were given to do the day long workshops. Bring different shoes because it's going to be bad when you're dancing too long on one pair is just too much for your feet.
It's such a scam. It's also a scam that the most comfortable slash supportive shoes are the ugliest.
Yes.
Who came up with this idea?
I don't know. Someone with no style, I'm convinced.
Seriously.
But I've got shout out to Ashley who doesn't listen to the podcast. It's okay.
Okay, great.
But she gifted me my first like cool shoes.
Okay. What are those?
They're Panda Dunks by Nike.
Oh.
And yeah, apparently they're really fashionable within the sneaker community. So
Sneakerhead.
yeah, they're
Nike
called
Panda Dunk.
Panda Dunks. They're like known in
Oh,
the
those are cute.
the streets and stuff. And like I don't know what to wear them with. She's like, yeah, you gotta. And I'm like,
You can
I don't
wear
normally
them.
wear sneakers. I'm a sandals gal. I like a good flip flop and a good expose of the toe. So
I mean, you
now,
can wear them with anything.
but it has to look nice. It can't just be like I wouldn't wear them with this dress.
I mean, you could just wear them however you want. Whatever. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. They're really cute. They look nice on me. And they feel supportive, which has always been a thing. You're always looking for a supportive shoe.
I mean, I wasn't back in the day, but as I get older, I'm like, no, I've been spending all this time the past few weeks looking at like different inserts for my existing shoes and really trying to
Mm,
step up my game. So I'm going on this trip this week and I've been like, all right, what's the supportive like pool sandal that I'm going to use or like
oh my
like resort?
gosh.
So I've ordered a bunch of various options that should be arriving soon so I can test them out,
It would have been
including
perfect
some
if we got a
Crocs,
knock. You
right?
love a croc.
Why would you say that? How hurtful. I do not. Wait. What? What?
Okay, one of the first times you ever let me use your shoes, they were Crocs. Like they were
Bitch?
Crocs.
Wow. Okay.
They were
Listen.
Crocs. So what? I mean,
Listen
do
to
you
me.
not love
No.
Crocs?
I don't. Okay. You're talking, I think, about a pair of shoes that I got in college. It was some flip flops, and they were
Yes.
Crocs.
Yes.
Yes, that was
Are
over
these
15 years ago.
are these a different kind of croc?
But my point is, I feel like one pair of Crocs in 15 years does not a Croc lover make.
I just feel like, I mean, if you
And
don't
I've
have Crocs and you say you got the Croc,
and
okay.
I've never owned a pair of the clogs, even through their like initial like popularity phase and then their resurgence in the past few years where everyone has them. I have never owned any of those. I just think it's wild for you to be like, you love Crocs. Like, maybe I will with these new shoes that are coming this week, but one pair
I
in
didn't.
20 years?
Okay, now it's 20. Y'all, you see how the
Well,
numbers be?
I mean, it was. If it's
I,
15, it's 20. If it's
I
15, it's 20 because I've only ever had one pair of Crocs.
I apologize
So,
if I have
one
offended.
one
I
pair
didn't know.
in
I mean, I've never.
Jenny.
I've never
It's
had.
been one pair in 35 years.
All
And
right,
all of
all
a sudden, I'm a Crocs
right.
lover.
I didn't know that this was going to be a moment of. I didn't know. I apologize.
Look, no shade to people
It
who love
just.
Crocs. I
I
wasn't
mean,
trying to.
of the
No.
people on this call, on this on this pod, whom's have Crocs, one or more, raise your hand. Like,
No, no, because I don't have those Crocs anymore. Those are long gone.
but are not the ones coming. Are not the ones.
But I don't. They're not in my possession. I haven't taken possession of them. So
tune in next time when our
Julie takes
episode.
possession of the Crocs.
Julie will become a Croc person in the next episode.
It's fine if I will become a Croc person.
It is.
I just think it's crazy. I don't like for people to define me in terms that I wouldn't use for myself. Like, let's hold on a minute before we label me that.
All right.
Could I say I'm a Target sandal lover? Sure. I do love a Target shoe.
I mean, if you this Target, what don't we like from Target? Let's be very clear. We're a Target group.
They're lines, but yes, correct. And what I don't like at Target, the busted ass camera that they have in the self checkout that makes you look like an ogre. I'm like, is that me?
All right, I feel like what
camera technology is being used here.
Why are we going down this road of what we don't like about Target? I'll tell
you. You asked the question. Is there anything we don't like? I'm sorry. I thought it was a sincere question, Jenny.
Y'all, we're so proud of ourselves because we have kept a mini list to keep us on track and watch as many eclectic rom-coms as we can. So next up on Seen on Screen, we're going to be talking about the incredible Jessica James. Mm-hmm. Take it away.
Not Jessica Jones, which is what I'm referring to it as such in my head.
Or
why
when
am I taking it away?
Because you normally take it away.
You take it away. God.
I think it'd be best if you took it away.
Oh, wow. No. I insist. You take it away. Please.
Okay,
I have to insist.
I'm gonna take it away. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, a journey to us watching a film from the great year of 2017. Mm-hmm. 17. And it is about Jessica James, who is a fiercely independent woman out here doing independent women things, but she has a broken heart. Oh, her boyfriend broke her heart when he broke up with her. And she is trying to live the life of many single women out here in the cities of great and small, but trying to find love on the internet. Y'all, it's hard. And she finds it very hard. But also her first date, or with the first date that we see, she wants to make sure to bump into her ex. So it's just, she's broken. She's a little broken.
She's very broken, actually. She's kind of a jerk to her first date because she's like, I didn't actually want to be on a date. I just brought you here because I knew my ex was going to be here, which is like, girl, What?
Yeah. It's
Um.
really sad, but we get to find out more about her, and almost everything we find out about her is pretty sad. And
Wow.
she's a playwright, and
The
she's
saddest profession of all, really.
so sad. I feel
It is
so
quite
bad for her.
sad.
And so she gets rejection after rejection after rejection while working at a children's theater, which is fun because then you get some kids in it. And then her friend's wild, y'all. Like they always have like a side kick friend that just does the
Mhm.
most outlandish things. One of which I always was like, this is such a weird thing to put in a film. But she calls her, I don't remember what part this is in, but she does call her friend to tell her some news about a recent rejection. And then she hears her friend moaning. She goes, "Are you masturbating?" And her friend
Mhm.
said, "Yes." And she then had to tell her friend, "Next time you're doing that, don't," and I called, "don't answer." Like,
Mhm.
why? Why are we doing this? But then her friend really loves her and wants to get her connected with somebody and sets her up on a blind date with Boone. You want to take
Yes.
it from here?
Yes. Boone. Boone is coming off of a divorce recently as well. So
So
he also has a
sad.
broken heart. This is a movie that
The comedy is different.
first of all, I loved it for one reason, and that is because it was an hour and 23 minutes. I love a short film. So for that alone, I'm gonna give it some props, but
Some
it was
Ramis, you would say.
some no. I cut that out of our last episode, so our listeners will still not know what you're talking about. Um,
I'm
Stop it.
sorry.
Oh, it's
Okay.
okay. Um, yeah, they're neither one of them are in a place where they are ready to be in a new relationship because Jessica
Right.
James, who is played by Jessica Williams, that's her name, right? Jessica Williams. Yes. She is at every turn, like every other scene, she's having hallucinations or daydreams about her ex, played by Lakeith Stanfield,
Right.
which is so weird.
Weird.
And I'm like, okay, you're really not in a good place. And he is stalking his ex-wife. Like he's literally hiding in the trees outside of her apartment, and her new boo comes out and is like, "Hey dude, like it's kind of depressing what you're doing here. Like, do you want to come
Yes.
inside?" And he's like, "What? No, I wasn't doing anything." Neither one of these people are ready to be in a relationship. They're cute together, but ultimately they end up hurting each other
Right.
because so
They're not
her thing
healed.
is they're not healed. Her thing is like she doesn't want to admit that she has any sort of feelings, which is weird because her whole thing is like theater is my life and honesty is the most important thing to me. Yet she herself is not honest with the people around her. Because she, I guess at one point she says like she was thinking she was maybe in love with her ex who she'd been with for a few years. And Boone is like, isn't that something you should know? Like, what are you
Right.
talking about? And so,
Especially if you're so obsessed with him.
right. And so
Ma'am.
she's also like trying to play it cool with Boone, like not ever really letting on that she likes him at all or like really wants to be with him. Um, but at one point she gets upset and she shows up to his house. At this point, they've already hooked up. I'm skipping some stuff,
Hmm.
but it's a short
Yeah,
movie,
and
y'all.
they pretty much are. She's liking him, even though she doesn't admit it. She is falling for him. Go.
Yes, and they have some cute dates. They hook up. It's more than a booty call, but she shows up because so this is a super weird thing. So you mentioned she works at this children's theater or what nonprofit
Hmm.
whatever, which I was like, "Girl, what is your job?" And that was actually a funny joke because they were at their first date and he was like, "So you're a playwright. Like, how do you pay your rent?" And she was like, "Oh, well, I work at a children's nonprofit doing theater work." And he's like, "Okay, so how do you
How do
pay
you
your
pay
rent?"
rent?
I was
How do
like,
you still make money?
"Great questions." And I do not know the answer. Her answer was she lives in Bushwick, which is like a more affordable part. But I'm like, still doesn't work out.
No.
Not in 2017. Um, so yeah, so she like we see her at work with the kids and the kids are cute, whatever. But she's like so hard on this one girl, Chandra.
Mm-hmm.
Chandra or Shonda? I don't
I
remember.
think it's Shonda.
Shonda. Um, she's so hard on her because she sees that she has a lot of talent and she wants more for her
No,
as a
Sandra.
writer. Say, girl, I don't know, whatever.
It is
Um,
the
and so
child.
she, the child, and so she's like, you have to go to this writer's workshop. Like, it's really a great opportunity. Blah blah blah. Don't miss it. And the kid's mom is like, okay, well, she's going to be with her dad that weekend, and her dad's taking them to Six Flags or whatever. And Jessica's like, no, like, you have to convince him because it's such a good opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And so Jessica ends up calling the dad and leaving him this really long voicemail, just basically begging him to reconsider and to let the girl come to the writer's workshop. And the girl comes in one day and she's like, hey, so my dad got your message and he's, gonna allow me. Sorry, there's some noises coming through. He's going to allow me to go to the workshop, but the bad part is he's still going to take my brother to Six Flags. And so I'm kind of bummed about it. And Jessica takes this so fucking personally. It's like, girl, you really need to get it together because this is a child. And any child, I don't care who they are, is going to choose Six Flags over a dumbass writer's workshop. I'm
Right.
sorry. Like, she's allowed to be in her feelings about this.
I think some
you can calm the
adults,
fuck down.
some
Yeah,
adults would
like,
pick Six Flags.
what are you even saying? But Jessica gets so mad, and the girl is like really upset about it, and she's like, fine, like maybe I won't go to the writer's thing or whatever. So
Oh
Jessica has this like rejection from the kid. She also is rejected in some other way I don't fully remember.
from the a couple of the plays that she submitted.
Yeah,
She,
and so
I mean, if we're gonna talk about Sierra Burgess as a loser,
uh,
callback. Looks
mhm.
like Jessica James is a bit of a loser too.
Yeah, she's not. It's funny because this is called The Incredible Jessica James, and towards the end, when things start looking up for her, her friend is like, here she is, ladies and gentlemen, the incredible Jessica James. And I'm like, this whole movie has just been her telling us that she's really cool and dope. And she's like, yeah, you should like me. And I'm like, I'm not seeing that though.
Yeah, it was not clear from the beginning to end. So,
But so yeah, so she shows up at his house because she's upset. And she's like, I'm sorry I didn't call. Which, why wouldn't you call, girl? She's like, my phone
right.
died. Bum
But
ass.
you know how to get, first of all, you also know how to get to someone's house without a working phone. I don't believe it. This is what, not 1997. Get
Especially
over
when you've
yourself.
only been there twice. No,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
that's
But
stalker behavior.
somehow she gets there and he's doing the classic, like, not fully opening the door, not letting her in, whatever. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that you had a bad day, but like, I really wish you would have called. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Can I come in? And then, what do you know? The ex-wife is there. Ex-wife, her name is Mandy Moore, not the singer slash actress. And she's like, I should go. And then Jessica loses her fucking mind, runs away. She's like, I'm so mad at you, whatever. Boone chases after her and they have a fight. She's like, I should have known better. Like, I should have known not to trust you. Men are terrible, blah, blah. And he's like, I told you when we first met that I was not over my ex-wife, that I was still healing. And it's true. He did say that.
He did say.
And he's like, you're the one who's still, or no, he's like, you should understand this more than anyone because you're still obsessed with your ex. And again, this is correct because she's still having these daydreams about him. But then Boone says something that's like kind of mean, but he's like, we were married. Like, this meant something to me. It wasn't just a relationship like you had where you didn't even know if you were in love with him or not. And I was like, oh shit.
Ooh, that's what you get.
So anyway, eventually they split up, blah, blah, blah. Things happen. She gets into
the London.
She gets into the London thing, but before that, she's got a showcase in New York. They're in New York this whole time. Yes, they're in New York. She has her annual showcase with the kids or whatever it is. And so Boone shows up, but then her ex also shows up. And this was not a hallucination, right?
Yes, it was not.
Every time he showed up, I was like, is this real? Is this not real? And they kind of hash it out or whatever, and it
She's
seems
not.
like he kind of maybe wants to get back together, wants to have the door open, but she's like, no. And then she like smiles over at Boone, and we're supposed to think like, oh, well, she chooses Boone, not whatever his name is, Damon. What else
Lakeith,
happens?
she
Lakeith Stanfield.
goes she goes on her own writer's workshop.
Oh yeah, she gets into that London thing.
And then she meets her idol, and she
That was at
gets
the other thing.
at the other thing
Yeah,
after
but
the workshop.
that's a good reminder because I totally forgot. After she and Boone have their like blow up after she and Chandra had their thing.
Sandra. I think it's Sandra.
I don't think it's Sandra. It's definitely not Sandra.
Chandra.
No.
She
was calling her Chandra. Whatever.
Chandra.
Anyway. Okay. Okay.
The child, the student.
So after they have that blowout, and Jessica's all low, then it's the big field trip to the writer's workshop, and she's like counting the students on the bus, and they're like, oh, are we waiting for one more? And she's like, no. And so she goes to the writing workshop. She meets up with this writer, Sarah Jones. Sarah Jones
was in it. Yes, Sarah
Yes,
Jones.
I know. Sarah Jones, and she's like, oh my God, you're my idol. Like, I'm so excited to meet you. I just wanted to say, like, you inspire me so much. And they have this conversation about writing. And basically, Jessica's whole thing is that she assumes that there will be a time as a writer where she's quote unquote made it. And this happens to a lot of people in creative fields. I myself have been through this a lot. As you get older, you realize that that's not actually a thing. But in this moment, Jessica's like talking to Sarah, and Sarah mentions that she takes the subway. And Jessica's like, you still take the subway? And it's funny because Sarah's like, how much do you think playwrights make? Like, I don't understand.
Girl, what?
And this is kind of Jessica's like come to Jesus moment where she has to really accept that being a quote unquote successful playwright may not look like what she initially thought. Like, it doesn't mean like, you know, millions and millions of dollars and world renown or whatever. But
not everybody's Lin-Manuel.
Right. But if she loves the actual art of playwriting and theater, then the fact that she gets to do it in any way should be enough for her. And so Jessica has to sit with that. So that's like kind of like the big moment of the movie that then propels the last bit of her like apologizing to the kid, like showing up at the kid's house and being like, I'm so sorry. Like, I should have realized how hard this was for you to even be in a position where your parents just got divorced and are like fighting for your time or whatever and blah, blah. So they reconcile. I don't remember. Does she apologize to Boone? Or does Boone come to her?
I think she does. She tells him that she's going to London, and then
no, but like, before that,
I think it.
That so when he shows up to her performance, to the kid's performance, is that the first time they've seen each other since?
Yes.
She caught him with his ex? Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yes. Okay, got it.
And so then she gets into this London thing, and she tells Boone, and then Boone is like, you know what, you should use my miles to go. Which I thought was really nice, considering that she is broke. It is very kind that he did that. But then she also takes her friend and the student, which is also very nice. So it kind of feels, I feel like why I do like the movie is because it does feel a little bit more real. Like, this is really how some relationships can really go. So it's not like a fairy tale. It's more realistic.
Yeah, so basically, like, the movie ends with them on the plane to London. She's sitting in the aisle, her friend Tasha sitting in the window, and Tasha's like, man, this is so awesome that your boyfriend got us these tickets. And Jessica's like, he's not my boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend. And then who's in the middle seat? Then it's the kid who comes in and sits down and is like, "Oh man, your boyfriend's great for this." And Jessica, again, till the end of the movie, is like, "He's not my boyfriend," and everyone's like, "Okay, sure," which
Okay.
is kind of a weird way to end a quote unquote rom com. I think this is more of a like coming of age movie with rom com elements, if that makes sense, or
Okay.
like a coming of age rom com.
A
It's not
coming of
as
age.
heavy. I mean, granted, again, it was only an hour and 23 minutes, but it's not
Yes.
as heavy as like the romance
Mm-hmm.
of it
No,
all.
yeah. The
It's
romance
more
of it all
about
isn't
her
there.
growth. It's about her as a character. I mean, it is called The
Mm-hmm.
Incredible Jessica James. It's less about him as a character at all.
Right. Which I
But
thought was, again, a nice way to do a story that is not focused solely on you need a man to get where you need to be, but more you need to get where you need to be so that you can have other romance in your life. Because she was broken. And I'm not
that's
saying
true.
she's fixed, but
No, not
maybe
at
she's in
all.
a better place. At least she's in London. That's a
Now, as a parent, as this parent, the mother of this child in this film, do you think that she would allow her child to just go to London, a different country, across the seas, even with her child's nonprofit theater group director and that person's friend?
I don't think that that's logical
That's not a real chaperone. I'm
because
sorry. Jessica
it's
James is 25 years old.
she's also hopefully irresponsible. Like just
Yes.
no. But yeah, I don't think also as the adult in this scenario, I would not want to take a child with me
Right.
to a program that I just got in a
There
country
was
I've never been to
literally
before.
no reason. There was actually no reason for the kid to be going to London at all. Like, I actually truly don't understand it. And I just want to say, so Jessica's whole thing with this kid is that the kid is like super talented and she's got potential. And spoiler alert, Jessica kind of sees herself in the kid.
Mhm.
Um, but did you notice that when they had the showcase for the kids, Chandra's play or whatever, her little scene, first of all, it was nothing. It wasn't even a scene. Second of
It's
all, wasn't that the story that Jessica told her about her
nothing.
life?
Right.
so,
So she's
so,
a plagiarizer.
so Chandra's a gorgeous, amazing scene that, she's got all this talent that Jessica wants to foster was literally just her transcribing word for word Jessica's memory that she shared with her of being in the car as a kid, hoping she was going to get a dog. And that was it. First of all, a child in a car having a monologue where she's saying, I hope I get a dog, although I guess maybe I could get a turtle or a fish, but I really want something I can cuddle with, and I don't think that you can cuddle fish. And then everyone laughs. That is not a play. That's not a scene even. Why are we seeing this? I was so upset about it. I was like, what the fuck is this?
What is
This is the new talent that we need to be fostering? Get out of here.
So, quick story from a video I saw on TikTok. There's this teacher so proud of his student. He's like, I want to read this poem that my student wrote. And it's a bomb ass poem about identity, being bullied, leave me alone. I'm just trying to be who I am. And he is so happy. The video goes viral, obviously, when it's beautiful and everybody's talking about it. The next video is him calling her out for plagiarizing.
No.
Yep.
Wait, what did she plagiarize?
It was a play. I mean, a poem called "Bullying" or of some sort by somebody I think named Cecilia, and the Cecilia writer like
Mm-hmm.
gets tagged, and he's like, "I'm so sorry, I
Oh
didn't
my god.
realize." And so then the next video that he posted is him calling out his student. Now he doesn't show the student's face, but he's like, "So let's just talk about how you plagiarized that. Those weren't your words." And she goes, I never said I wrote it.
Wow. Well,
And this is
she's got a
why
point. She's
the
got a
Gen
point.
Zs Well, no, she has no
That's
point
not
because she
even.
said, this is the poem I wrote for this assignment. So she is a liar on top of a plagiarizer. So, yes, it is. It was bad. But, this is what happens. The youth, I don't know what's going on with them. This was 2017. This child who plagiarized was just now. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what's original anymore. Let these kids tell you about this fish that they made cuddle and their lies that they're telling, but it's a
I
lot,
just
these
didn't. I
kids.
just didn't think we needed that in the movie because it
Yeah.
wasn't a good story.
But
But
then
also,
now I am concerned. Like, why did she choose? Like, did she even go
what
to Six Flags? Like,
is she? Is she
did,
going to London? Is Jessica taking her to London so she can perform that scene?
oh, I hope not.
Like, I got questions, but also about the thing you just shared, the TikTok. That's kind of funny, whatever. But the part where you said, so he's recording her, but he's not putting her face on there, right?
Yeah, he didn't put her face. He was recording himself talking
Okay, but
during this whole
and
time.
that's fine. But do you not think? And I truly don't know because I'm not a teacher and I'm also not a student at a time when social media is existing currently. I feel like as the student, all the other students are going to know that that was her,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Yes.
And they're going to be clowning her so much because this is a viral video that her teacher made. I just feel like
Well,
maybe not the best thing to do for that student. I understand she
right.
was wrong, but like teach the student that plagiarism is wrong, but don't, not everything has to be content.
That's the other thing I was going to say. Yes, we are going into this space and time I love. Y'all who are teachers or educators in the realm of educating in a building, don't record your students. Like, it's just, I don't know how many people need to be told this. I don't care if their parents gave permission. I just think we need to stop using children as this content that's not protected, because like
Mm-hmm.
I always ask my cousins if I can share my little cousins with my social media. My social media is private. I think it's important because people are weird. And on top of that, to your point, yes, they'll know who the student is. They will do whatever it takes to. The whole thing was about bullying. So in the first video, he does acknowledge that he knows that the student has been bullied at some point. Yes, it wasn't her words, but she does feel a connection to this work because she has been bullied before. So now you're
Mm-hmm.
going to call her out. I don't like it. I've never liked it. I don't understand why people do it. But yeah, not everything. And that also goes to the people who keep recording folks while they're in the store and then saying, can I get $2 because I can't afford something? And then the person gets upset, like, please don't talk to me. And then in the comments, be like, that lady's a jerk because she didn't give him $2. Maybe she was actually scared, y'all. Maybe she didn't want to open her wallet because she doesn't know who this person is. I think there needs to
Mm.
be a little bit. It's just too much. The internet's too much. That's where I stand.
Girl, the internet is too much. Thank you for saying that as we start our next segment about the internet.
What did you find on Al Gore's internet?
Well, I opened up some Am I the Assholes for us if we want to read
That's our
some.
niche. Let's do it.
Um,
Wait, have they been vetted or not?
by whomst?
Use.
No,
Used.
I've only used. I've only read the headlines. I haven't read them.
Alright.
This one's short, so I do like a short one. And yeah, we'll see. Am I the asshole for not getting my wife anything on Mother's Day? It's not looking good for you, sir. Okay. I, 34 male, did not buy or get anything for my wife on Mother's Day, and let me explain why. My wife and her friend planned a trip to the beach for 4 days, which fell on Mother's Day. So I thought to myself that since I'm watching the kids while she's gone,
Ay.
that would count as a gift since she wouldn't be here to celebrate that day and would get home that night on Mother's Day. She gets home and realizes that I didn't do anything for her and later tells me that she is upset And a message was received loud and clear. I tried to explain my reasoning and thought process, but she didn't agree. So, am I the asshole? Oh my god. Yes, you are. I hope
Absolutely.
that helps.
I hope you feel great because you are an asshole. I'm mad you said I'm watching the kids as a favor to her. Get all the way
Like,
out.
this is a present. Are these not your children,
Oh my
sir?
god.
These
Yes, you
are.
are the asshole. You should have had flowers. It's not that hard. Y'all, okay, I'm about to get on the soapbox.
Okay.
Parents do way too much, and mothers take a bigger burden of that. Stop
Mm-hmm.
it. If anything, there's a funny joke online that Latino moms get 2 Mother's Days, and honestly, they deserve. I'm sorry, like you need to bring your mom, you need to bring your wife something on Mother's Day. It's not that hard. Flowers will make people happy. A card will make people happy. You don't have to go above and beyond. You just need to go at least halfway.
Somewhere. And to come. The audacity to come on the internet and say with your whole chest that you took care of your kids and that is a gift. Taking care of kids is actually your job, also. What are you talking about? See, this is why, look, people don't just have kids with anyone.
Right. Absolutely. This is a perfect example. You
Mm-mm,
are going to take care of the kids as a gift. No, 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 no.
mm-mm,
That,
mm-mm.
I really hate that.
I'm really sorry for your wife. Well, that one did not really require discussion because definitely the asshole there. So, let's see what else we got. Oh god, these are so long. Okay, this one has a this one has 3,000 comments already. That's a
Whoa.
lot. So, let's see. Hmm. Am I the asshole for forcing my daughter to learn sign language? I know. I, 49 female, recently married my husband, 52 male, who has a deaf 7-year-old daughter. She communicates solely via ASL. For some background, my daughter, 17 female, is generally a very non problematic teenager. She does amazing in school and has never caused any problems other than regular teenage hormone stuff. However, she doesn't like my husband and stepdaughter. She is not outwardly rude, but basically ignores their existence. She skipped stepdaughter's birthday party, doesn't engage in anything other than basic small talk with my husband. I did try to do family activities together to have the bond and all, but I stopped pushing it when it didn't happen, and as long as she's not being outwardly rude or harmful to them, I can't exactly punish her for not liking them. Now, since my relationship with my now husband started getting serious, I started taking ASL classes and am now basically as fluent as a hearing person can be. My daughter, however, never made an effort, which is okay since she technically has no responsibility towards her stepsister. However, recently my daughter has started watching my stepdaughter for money when we aren't around, which changes things. In my opinion, since she is now spending time in which she is responsible for a young child, she needs to learn at least basic communication. When I brought it up to her, she outright refused to make any effort at all. I tried recommending YouTube videos, but she refused to try learning even a couple of words, saying she's not responsible for my choice to be in the life of a disabled child.
Ooh.
This issue has also been causing a lot of problems in my marriage. My husband confided
Right.
in me that he's starting to feel uncomfortable with his young daughter living with someone who is so cold she refuses to make even
Hmm.
the most basic effort or engage with her at all. He has brought up that he is considering divorce due to his concerns about how stepdaughter will be affected by this. So, given all of that, I had to finally put my foot down. I told my daughter that we have a disabled person living in our household for the foreseeable future, and if she wants to live here for college, she's graduating high school next month, she has to at least learn basic ASL. She doesn't have to like her stepfather and stepsister, nor does she have to hang out with them, but she has to have the ability to communicate with her for the sake of safety and basic decency. I made it clear that if she chooses not to, she is welcome to live in a dorm that I will pay for. It's just that living in our house, that is also my stepdaughter's house, my husband and I paid for the house equally, comes with basic rules. Well, my daughter hasn't spoken to me for 7 days,
Oh,
so
hell no.
it's about time I ask, am I the asshole?
Girl, if you. Ma'am.
Mm-mm.
First of all,
Mm-mm.
not your 17-year-old having beef with a 7-year-old.
Right?
Or is it, what is she, Lily from Modern Family? Relax. But, yo, your daughter is the asshole. Just want you to
Truly terrible.
understand
Your
that.
daughter, you raised a garbage person, I'm sorry to tell you, and this is actually your fault because this is your child, and I'm sorry. I know, okay, look, parents don't cover me. I know that parents don't always have control over the kind of kid they raise, although I will argue that if you are paying attention to your child, you can have early interventions with them, and maybe prevent them from becoming an asshole. But you did not realize your child was an asshole until she's 17. I don't
Right.
care how upset she is about you getting remarried or blah, blah, blah. Ma'am, you are almost an adult and you
Yes.
are acting like, first of all, you're acting like anyone has a choice to be in the life of a disabled person. I mean, I guess you have a choice in that if you come across a disabled person, you decide not to be their friend or be related to any, like, what are you gonna do if you marry someone who becomes disabled? This doesn't make any sense.
She's so evil. Like, I'm just like at a basic decency thing. Girl, what you mean?
Wait,
I'm not
is the stepsister Cinderella? Like, I feel like this is
right.
so like
This is
cartoonishly
terrible.
evil.
It is. What is she, DeSantis?
I'm
Like,
so
I just feel
I'm
like
so mad.
your daughter needs therapy because how are you going to take care of somebody?
Right.
Sign up. Like, I'm sorry, your husband saying that he would consider divorce. I'm right there. Where is the pen? I will provide you with one because I would also remove my daughter from that. That's horrible.
Truly terrible. Like, also,
no
the
way.
person writing this letter, I think it's commendable that from, day one, like, she started learning ASL, like, whatever, like, that's amazing. And so then that makes me even more confused as to how she raised such a terrible person.
Yes.
Because I'm like, what?
Where's the daddy in this situation? Cause
wait a minute. Hold on. There's an update. There's an update from... Okay, there's an update from someone. It's another commenter, and I think this commenter got it from a different comment that the original poster read, but I don't know where that comment is. I'm just telling you this is being passed along by someone else. Because someone said, oh, if this was sudden, like maybe she's upset about her mom getting remarried. This person says it wasn't sudden. Her dad passed away when she was 3 years old. For reference, that was 14 years ago. And she's angry that her mom finally decided to marry now and thinks she's not being faithful to her father in doing so.
Nah, your daughter needs therapy for real because
for sure.
That is a lot to hold on somebody 14 years and then finally she finds somebody else. I also think too, like in the dating period between the parents, there had to have been interaction there. I get it. You don't need to. I could get not liking the stepdad, sure. Like you don't need to like him, but you still do have small talk with the dad. This is really like you don't like kids, and that's the part that I'm just like the little girl is just trying to exist.
She's just a child. How can you accept money to watch a child that you are not fully equipped to watch? That is insane behavior, and the fact that the mom continues to pay her for this is wild. Right. And honestly, the fact that the mom is like, oh, well, she can't live here, but she can move to a dorm that I'll pay for. Like, no.
Because she's just gonna get worse. Like, also, dorms don't let you stay throughout all the time, period. So what are you gonna do for Christmas and Thanksgiving and winter break, girl? Like, she gotta come back eventually. And in essence, if you're going to live a separate life of abandonment to your child, all of this is wrong. So you're not the asshole, but your daughter is.
Your daughter is,
I can fail.
and you raised an asshole. Gross. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway, okay, well. Wait, oh no. I was going to say two assholes, but there is an asshole in that one. It's just not the person
It's
writing the
not the
letter
person. Yeah, it's not the
necessarily.
OP original poster.
Okay.
Terrible. All right. Well, our favorite part. What brought you joy, or what are you looking forward to? And or what are you looking for?
What brought me joy was getting to see some folks that I know on the picket lines last week. We did a little mini writers room reunion with the folks from my current room. That was nice. And then I also got to see some people from my old room. One of my old colleagues hosted like an after picketing mixer at her house, and so we just got to chat, and I saw my old boss for a bit, and we talked about organizing like a lunch or a dinner with everyone coming up soon. So that's been real nice, and definitely a bright spot in this crazy tumultuous time. What I'm looking forward to, I just realized, is it was going to be the same as last time because I'm going on vacation.
Right.
But okay, what am I looking forward to? This is something. My birthday is coming up.
Yeah, it is.
So
yeah, it is.
That's something. Another trip around the sun. Yeah. So how about you? What brought you joy / what are you looking forward to?
So I went to a wedding on Saturday, and that brought me joy. I love weddings. I think they're great. And it was really fun to see my friends get married and hang out with some old former friends that we used to work together.
Former friends?
I didn't want to say old, but now that it sounds wrong. With some old friends.
Former friends, current enemies.
My bad. And
yeah, I got you.
yeah, so did that, and then I'm looking forward to seeing my dad and my mom in DC. This is going to be our first trip together in a long time, in about a year. That's not
that's not a long time at all.
No. Hold on. This is definitely the first flight in a very long time. So probably like 4 years that we haven't flown somewhere together because we do little trips. But this will be interesting. So, especially as my father hates restaurants, and we are not cooking in DC, so we're going to see how this goes.
I didn't realize you were taking your dad also. That's cool.
Yes, I'm taking him to this city, but not the function, since I only have one ticket. He'll be all right. But I know he'll be more all right in DC with us than he would be at home without us. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, a little bit of FOMO.
Like I said in a previous podcast, you're a real DC head now.
Well, I will accept that once you accept you're a Croc person.
No.
Okay, thanks, bye.
No, I'm not a crock pot, which is what I call the
Is that what you call yourselves? Is that what
I just made it up. It doesn't sound appropriate.
It does sound great.
Crockers.
I thought they were crockheads.
I wouldn't know because I'm not one.
I don't know. I'll have to ask others like you. So we'll
don't. Shut up. Great. Well, I'm glad I got to see you.
You
again.
too. Have fun on your trip.
Thank you. I'll try not to get burnt.
Ooh, don't do that. As a sunburn survivor.
Shut up. I'm stopping this. I'm stopping the recording. Thanks for listening to Get Funny.
We hope you laughed.
But if you didn't,
we did.
We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye. We killed it.
Crushed it.